In today's video, we will be creating a Birdcage thrift flip, and we are a part of another collaboration, which I will tell you about in a few minutes. My name is Wendy, and on my channel, I love to create DIYs using mostly Dollar Tree products. If that's something you're interested in, please consider hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell so YouTube will notify you every time I upload a video. Today's video is part of the Thursday Thrift Flip Challenge, hosted by Shaynah and Savannah from Savvy Crafts, co-hosted by Meghan from Point and Polish. This is an open collaboration, so down in my description box below, I will have all three of these ladies' channels listed, as well as the playlist of all the other talented ladies that are joining us today. I had this Birdcage for a few years now. My sister had given it to me. I decided to spray paint it with the Rust-Oleum color and Fossil, as well as I'm going to spray paint this plate that I picked up at Hobby Lobby last year for $1.99. I also picked up this banister top from Goodwill for $1.99, which we're going to leave that white. I'm going to use those peonies that I honestly can't remember where I got them, as well as boxwood from Walmart. This piece of stick, board, whatever you want to call it, from the Dollar Tree I broke apart. Using E6000 and hot glue. The E6000 will give it the permanent hold, as hot glue will hold it together immediately so we could finish the product. I'm going to go ahead and just glue that right into the middle of the plate. Using a piece of sandpaper from the Dollar Tree, I sanded down the top of that banister to remove the paint, which we probably should have done that before I glued it down, but thankfully it stayed in place. I then went ahead and used the same glue combination to glue that piece of wood from the Dollar Tree to the top of the banister, just to give it a little bit more, I guess you could say, support, and it would grab onto the Birdcage better. And again, I use the same glue combination on top of that piece of wood, and going to go ahead and take the Birdcage, and put that on top of that wood. And that didn't work with the E6000. It wouldn't hold for some reason, so I took it off and proceeded to use super glue that I picked up from the Dollar Tree with the hot glue as well. But I put the glue this time on the banister and the wood, because I was told from someone, I don't remember who, that putting glue wood on both pieces, wood to wood and glue to glue, it will hold in place better. And it worked, and it did stay that time. Then I proceeded to use Waverly white chalk paint and a small chip brush and dry brush the bottom of the plate, trying to bring out a little bit of those edges and make it look a little bit more like a wood effect like it did before I spray painted it, but it wasn't the right color and it was way too shiny for me. So this just gave it a little bit more of an antique look and a little more distressed. Using the same color white, I went ahead and I dry brushed the entire Birdcage, as well as the bird on top and the little round ring that's on top of the bird. I apologize that you can't see the top of the cage. It's just the piece is so tall, it was very difficult to get the entire thing into the frame. Using the color Oatmeal and the Folk Art Home Decor chalk paint, I dry brushed the banister over top of that white to give that a little bit more of a distressed look and blend it all in. Again, just the angle, and as tall as the piece is, you really won't be able to see this till the end. After that dried, I cut a few pieces of floral foam and I stuck them into the bottom of the birdcage. I did not glue them in place, just in case I decided to take the flowers out and put something else in it. This way you can update it for spring, summer, fall, Christmas, whatever you'd like. I also then went and cut the stems off of the peonies. Some of them I did shorter. I did do one that was a little bit taller, so it stuck up higher in the middle, and I just placed them around in the bottom. There were a couple small flowers as well. They looked like they were just buds. I put those in there, and you'll see what I'm putting in there now. It's just a leaf with a pink decor. It almost looks like pink boxwood. And then on the top of the bird cage, I glued that other piece that had some floral leaves and, gosh, I keep saying I'm sorry. It also has, I want to say it's a hydrangea with a flower coming out of it. I'm really not quite sure what that is. You could see it right here in the picture. If anyone knows exactly what that is, leave me a comment and let me know. After that, I closed the bird cage, and I proceeded to make a bow. I picked up this ribbon at Michael's. I believe it was $1.50 on clearance. I just made a 3-looped bow, tied it together in the back with some jute, cut the tails. Then I decided how long I wanted the tails to be, cut a piece, I folded that in half, and I then took a piece of jute and I folded it here. You can see what I'm doing. And I tied the jute around that in between the two tails and tied that a knot in as well. It's actually just an easy way to make a bow. I'm not the greatest at making bows. If you want to learn how to make some really beautiful bows, you should check out Olivia at Olivia's Romantic Home. I'll leave her link in the description as well. I then proceeded to dovetail the bottoms of the tails, and I glued that to the top of the banister right underneath the bird cage. Again, you can't see it. I'm so sorry about that. I took the boxwood and I just cut off pieces and laid them around the plate just to give the plate a little bit of decor. You can use anything. You could use lamb's ear, more peonies if you have it, anything you really would like, and whatever goes with your home decor. I just absolutely love boxwood. That's why I'm using it. I then decided to make another bow. This one I did the same way, but I made 4 loops, on each side, and I glued that to the top, the same as I did on the bottom bow. The only difference is the 2 tails that I made them longer so they would hang on either side of the bird cage. And just using my fingers, you'll see what I do here, I hope, because I don't know if you could see it in the angle. I apologize. I just kind of ruffled them up so they looked like they were ruffled, and I dovetailed the ends of those as well. And here it is all finished. I tried to move the camera up and down a little bit so you guys can see it a little better and up close. You could probably see it a little bit better in the following pictures. I absolutely love how this came out. I hope you guys like it too. Please leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. And again, thank you for clicking on my channel. If you please take the time to subscribe, leave me a comment and give me a like. It really helps my channel grow.